Hey
Yeah.
everybody, welcome to the stream and the video. Today we're going to be leveling a brand new Demon Hunter. We actually got it to 104 already. With Squeaks. Squeaks has never leveled a Demon Hunter before, so that's what we're doing. No green screen today because I'm going to be making some changes to it. It's going to be even better. So yeah, let's get into it. So I started a new tune yesterday that I was streaming, and I started a new priest. It's a allied, so it's one of the Fox people, right? The Vulperian. So they start at level 20, and I ended up putting heirlooms on her name like that. In 2 hours, I leveled her 15 levels.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
How do you get these heirlooms?
you can buy them from a vendor, but they're not cheap.
No, really.
Yeah, I would say like if you were to start from base, like you haven't never bought an heirloom before, it probably cost you
Mm-hmm.
like 60,000 each.
Oh my god.
And you gotta imagine it's basically two sets, usually like a crit set and a haste set for each like cloth, leather, plate. So and then you have all the weapons and all the rings and all the trinkets. It
Oh
adds
my
up.
goodness.
Yeah, but I mean they're awesome. I mean all my classes can level hella fast. It adds basically like another 60% more XP. Plus you don't have to actually replace your gear while you're leveling the whole time.
I'm farther in the Storm book you told me to recommend, the World of Warcraft one.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Yeah, I got distracted with other books. I was like, oh damn it.
No, I
So I
feel you.
brought it to work one day or yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna read because we're skeleton crew because everyone's whatchamacallit telecommuting, so it's pretty dead.
Yeah.
So about like 140 pages in. It's good though. I like it. I like it. The author, I think, does a really good job at just making it an easy read, and that's what I really like too about it.
She's so amazing. First off, like she talks back and forth with us on Twitter, which is really cool. But her name's
Oh
Christy
no
Golden.
way.
Yeah, her name's
Yeah.
Christy Golden, and she always does. Well, she does a lot of their books, and now World of Warcraft actually hired her to do the story for World of Warcraft now.
Oh, like the game?
The game, she does actually like
Oh
all of
wow.
BFA is actually her story.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because the books were so good.
So what would you think of the story of BFA then?
Story wise, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's pretty hard because I got to tell her like, hey, we need you to like make sure that the old gods come in at the end. So there are some things that she's held back by, but I mean, if you look at like Sourfang's story and stuff like that, then it's like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have a target.
Yes, I just wanted to get your opinion because I know there was a lot of hate just on that expansion period. So
Yeah,
would it be because of the story or
the expansion itself, like the raids were pretty. There was some pretty good raids in there, but the main thing is that the systems in BFA are all fucked up.
yeah.
They have that new gear. Can't even remember the name of it, but it's so terrible that it's just.
Oh my gosh, I hated that. Like, why they did not make like tier gear? They just made, hey, here's a bunch of shit gear. We know you're gonna transmog it anyway, so here you go. But it's like just the cosmetic. I'm just talking about cosmetics,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm like, what the? Why would you be lazy as fuck like that?
yeah. Oh fuck, man! I killed all the birds. Oh my god, it took me way too long.
All right, just be Jin or Gin. Yeah.
He's a badass. I gotta give him respect. I hate the alliance, but he's pretty awesome.
No, he's cool. And you know what's so awesome about reading the books is that he's a big part of it for the alliance. So I love that I'm able to know a backstory of a certain character now in this game, like know more of the lore.
Yeah. How is he in the books, like character wise?
He's kind of trying to be the supporter for, I'm probably gonna say his name wrong, Anduin.
Anduin? Oh, dude, yeah. Anduin's actually my favorite alliance character now.
He's badass. But yeah, he's trying to like be a mentor slash, I don't want to say father figure, but trying to guide him and always put his 2 cents in.
Is he super anti-horde in the books too?
He's so far he doesn't want to. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, actually, because he doesn't want to have like an alliance. Anduin's like trying to like, oh, we're gonna put priests first. Like there's this like priest council or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, priests are priests no matter what they are. And he's like, hell no, fucking forsaken.
Yeah.
Uh,
The later on in BFA, so that's after the book you're reading, he starts to bend a little bit and be kind of towards Anduin's like we should work together, you know, and stuff like that. And then eventually we all team up. So yeah, he does eventually change a little bit.
Yeah.
That's like the one I like is I haven't read that one yet. I've read the Rise of the Horde, and it's so cool because you get to learn more about Thrall and how his personality is. When he's first starting out, an unsure leader and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah. Was the author? You said Katie? Was that her name?
Christy Golden.
Christy Golden. Was she at BlizzCon last time?
I don't know about last time. She's normally always at BlizzCon. She's very cool. Like honestly, if you want to chat with her, yeah, you could at her and she'll respond. She's really cool.
Shit. I'm gonna follow her on Twitter. But yeah, it'd be cool
You
to
should, yeah.
get her a signature or something like that on a next BlizzCon that we'll be going to.
A friend of ours was, who I follow her, was asking suggestions on what to read, and I was like, oh, check out Christy Golden's books and stuff like that. Here's Joe, and she was like, and I added her in it, and so she's like, oh, thanks, yeah, because and then Kyle, who the one I was suggesting things to, he's like, oh, I'm not a big World of Warcraft fan, and then she's like, I also write for StarCraft and stuff like that, and so I was like, oh my god, you do awesome work. Thank you for responding to me. And she's like, oh, thanks. I was like, let me geek out a little bit because you're currently writing the story I'm playing through.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, if she does go to BlizzCon, she's big enough to where they might not put her in the back, but they have that Darkmoon Fair in the back. We're able to have the artists sign the books.
Yeah.
And she's typically there, like any of the other artists would. And they usually have their books too, so if there's a book you don't have yet or whatever, you can pick it up and have them sign it.
Yeah, you know what? Like next time, I might not buy a book on purpose if I know one of them's gonna be there, so I can just do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I should do that because of all the stuff I bring back, I bring back a lot of shit that has just going in a closet. A book would actually be of use. Like, that's actually a good thing to actually get. That shit was so crazy, man. Who knew that we had, I didn't know we had private zoos anymore, and let alone that there's, this many of them, and crazy people and stuff.
I know. I was telling Sarah that because she was talking about whatever animals, and I was like, no, I think it's good because we don't have a safari here in the States, so it's kind of good to have real zoos that actually can learn off of this and see these animals. But with these random ass people just fucking buying animals and shit, I feel like maybe not the best idea.
There is, yeah, it's funny because there is one of the guys who is an asshole in every other way, is saying this is how you get people back from the brink of extinction, the animals, and it's I get that. There has to be a better way of doing it though. It's just crazy. And then nobody's a nice guy in that whole show. There's one guy who's the fat dude who turns on him. I'm like, you need to be in prison too. Don't think you're a fucking hero in this.
Hell yeah.
And then so I saw an interview after the Netflix special came out with Carol and her husband, and she's like, the documentary people are liars and stuff like that. Yeah, no shit, everybody believes you killed your ex-husband.
Yeah, right.
And then the documentary people had to come out, the directors, and say I hope people leave this realizing that her work with the tigers and trying to preserve them is good. And it's yeah, that's not the problem. Everybody, first off, she's just a weird bitch. That's the first problem.
Yeah, for sure.
But the second, she clearly killed her husband.
Right. Dude, yeah, because unless the millionaire had, this is the only thing I could picture the husband being so rich. Unless he had hidden money somewhere else and he just truly disappeared because he hated his life. That's the only thing I could think of because he still has a hell of money. But there's no way this fucking dude is just walking away from millions of dollars.
Right? My dad's convinced that, oh yeah, no, he went to Costa Rica. I'm like, I don't think he would do that and just be leaving my money to Carol. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he has to either have hidden money or, yeah, he's dead.
Have you seen? I've seen one person who dressed their kids up as Joe Exotic and a tiger, and the little kid Joe has a sign that just says Carol with the no cross on it. Funny. Oh man, that's gonna be Halloween this year for sure.
Yeah, I thought about that actually already. I should dress up as Joe.
Okay, for Spy Master, and then for Carol, you just gotta wear tie dye and be weird.
Yeah, really.
You gotta find Spy Master Shade and Slain. Oh, he must.
My thing is yeah, you're trying to save these animals and shit, but you're profiting off the same exact thing that they fucking are doing.
Yeah, I'm really okay.
Like,
So
that's what's so dumb.
here's the thing that I think like redeems her a little bit is she's not breeding them, because like that's the problem with
Yeah.
Joe. Joe was feeding them, and even him killing 5 of them. It was like, yeah, but they were euthanized. If they were old tigers that were in pain, then you euthanize your dog for the same thing.
Yeah.
My concern is they're breeding them and selling them, because those tigers are not going to live a good life. Like when you're selling them to fucking Mike Tyson, they're not going to live a good life.
Yeah.
And
That's what was irritating me. Like, okay, I get you're helping your rescue cats, I guess. I don't know, you got them, whatever. But it's just so dumb that you're trying. I get that you're anti-Joe, but let's be real. You're in the same business as he is, and you would not get rid of your business if that's what it meant to.
yeah.
I don't know. Feel like truly save them or something. I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to survive in the wild. At least you understand that, but.
Yeah, you should be able to release all the tigers back to the wild. Not, I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard because I think part of it is just Carol comes off as like, I don't like that bitch. I don't care if she's doing good things. I think that's a little bit of it too.
Yeah. What was her always saying when she gets on? It's like, hello, like kitten.
Yeah, kittens and pals, or yeah, maybe yeah. Oh man. But the crazy one is the ending for that Doc guy. Like I didn't think.
Duck Antle.
Yeah, he's the guy I hate the most with that whole cremation thing on the babies.
It's yeah, but obviously we don't know if that's true or not, huh?
He got raided by the FBI, so there's something
But
there.
they didn't find any. Yeah, they didn't find anything though.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, okay, I didn't see
No.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, Joe Exotic chatting from jail is not a
Yeah,
necessarily reliable resource.
Exactly. Trying to get his sentence reduced or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Probably. My thing is like, dude, he has a cult. No fucking lie, dude. All these girls fucking suck your dick and they get breast implants because of you or whatever. And yeah, you live in a nice home, but whatever.
There's no
I guess
doubt.
if you're putting them in a home and shit, then why not?
That fucking Jeff is definitely the worst guy. The one that like basically just fucked over everybody. There's so many people like there's just nobody that's really good.
No, not at all.
And Nicki Minaj is already putting together a fund to get Joe free.
Oh my god.
So let's see how that goes.
Why? Okay. Whatever.
Because he's probably not guilty of. Well, he might. I don't know. He's probably not guilty of trying to get her killed, but he's guilty of the animal charges, not the killing her
I
charges.
can't attack that target.
Well, he sent money, no, to the wannabe FBI, the fake one that they did.
No, but that was. I don't think he sent. I think Jeff told him to send money, kind of thing. That's what it ended up boiling out to. Jeff was saying like, "Oh, I'm not a. What the fuck's the word called? I'm not the one that did it, but I did like I'm not trying to. I forget what it is, but like he like coerced him to say things.
Mm.
That's how he got all the recordings and stuff like that. So Jeff would have told him like, "Hey, send money to this guy. He's gonna take care of Carol." And it was like, well, then Jeff's the one saying to do it.
Mm.
The fact that Jeff's not in prison, the fact that that fat redheaded dude's not in prison is unreal.
Yeah, right.
Or the hitman. The hitman is fucking free. Like, you chicken
Yeah,
out, but if you
exactly-
didn't chicken out, there'd be a dead chick in Florida right now.
Seriously.
That's nuts.
God, yeah, they're all so stupid.
Yeah. I wish I knew about his fucking TV show early on. I would have been streaming that shit like every
I know
day.
all this stuff is not even that old. You're like, what the hell? How come I never heard of this guy before?
Well, I heard about him because of John Oliver. Remember when they talked about John Oliver talking about?
Yeah,
I remember seeing that. I'm like, oh, Joe Exotic, that's cool. He's the guy's running for president. I didn't know that there was this whole thing behind him. He's
Yeah.
way bigger than just some random weird dude. No, but I just want to go to Rayleigh's. So just a fucking grocery store.
Why don't you go?
Just go.
Because I don't want to get coronavirus, guys. I'm trying to fucking bend the curve.
You'll be fine.
Or flatten the curve, I mean.
That's what.
Tomorrow I'm going to town for... Me and Dana are going to the comic book shop. I'm pretty excited about that. Because that's going to be outside.
Are they open? Oh, it's
They're-
outside.
Yeah, so, like, all the comic book shop... Well, you can listen to this week's episode of the podcast. Very interesting. Anyways, they're... On April 1st, starting tomorrow, there are going to be no more new comic books coming out.
Man.
That are distributed by Diamond Distributors. They only take care of Marvel and DC, though. So, yeah, basically no new comic books. So all the comic book shops are basically going to be going out of business the Elk Grove Cards and Comics. That one's been there for 31
Going
years.
out of business or just stopping for right now?
Going
you
out
mean-
of, like they can barely survive as it is. Yeah, they'll probably be going out. A lot of them are going out of business. So
Yeah.
Cards and Comics, what they're doing is they're bringing the stuff out to the sidewalk, and like they'll do like a safe transition between you and your comic and stuff like that. So we're gonna go over there and buy some comics to try to like help support. And you have to buy, and you have to go over there and buy old supplies. You can't buy new comic books, so we're just gonna buy old comic books. I might buy some Magic cards.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apparently can't play video games at the same time.
I know you're struggling right now. Tell Siri to text for you.
That is a good idea. I use Siri for just about everything else. I was so bored yesterday that I was like, Alexa, tell me a joke. She was not that funny.
Didn't even crack a smile, huh?
No. Real dad jokes. And then, you know what's interesting? Ask Siri what she thinks about Alexa, and then ask Alexa the same thing. What she thinks about Siri.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, one of them's a little bit more... I remember correctly, one of them was like, I have better options and stuff like that. And the other one's like, oh, as long as she's helping people, then it's good. The other one's like, I've got better options. I'm like, ooh, Alexa, you are a sassy bitch.
Ooh, I like that one.
I'm getting fucking Carl's Jr. boys.
Yours beats my Taco Bell.
I haven't had Carl's Jr. in so long.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Dude, I love their Western bacon cheeseburger. That thing is amazing.
Oh my god, yeah. Damn, Carl's Jr. is super good. I think it's a little overrated or underrated. Like you don't
It
really
is.
hear about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like all the coworkers, they'll go like McDonald's and shit. I'm just like, why the fuck did you go to McDonald's? What's wrong with you?
Do you guys remember a hamburger at McDonald's called the Big and Tasty?
Yeah.
That thing was
so,
so
yeah.
good. What's that, Squeaks?
I said, yeah, I think so actually.
It was like if I made a hamburger at home on the barbecue, but it was at McDonald's. And for some reason they got rid of it. I worked there when they had it, and it was like actual leaf of lettuce and like good meat.
You know what's funny? I forgot that you did work there.
Oh yeah. That was a
You're- went
very
up to a
bad
manager, no?
job. What's that?
You went up to a manager, didn't you?
Yeah. But as a manager at McDonald's. So.
Hey, you know,
At the time, I was real proud of it. Looking back, I'm like, I mean, I got a white shirt. That's a big difference. I still got paid less than minimum wages right now, so. Well,
It's too far away.
oh man, the fucking chicken nuggets was raining, baby.
I could tap. Stupid.
Oh, shit.
The chicken nuggets were raining.
It's fun.
After that, you went to Toys R Us.
Yeah, Toys R Us. Like, I know it's just a retail job, and people talk shit about retail jobs. I loved that job. That job broke my heart when I had to get rid of that one. That sucked. This sounds so petty now. Looking back, like I'm very happy with my position now with trying to run a podcast. But looking back at like, I was being groomed to be given my own store and shit like that, and it's like, oh, this feels so good. And then it was like, oh no, you're fired because we have to make an example out of somebody. You motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty when I remember all that still.
Yep.
This ought to be good.
It was my fault. I should have locked up the case.
Keep
I
it
thought
up.
I remember leaving with the case unlocked, thinking like, oh yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Of course.
Yeah,
Was it an
it's
inside
just
job?
So weird that it just happens to be.
No, that one was not an inside job. There was one that was an inside job. They stole a bunch of game cubes, but that one wasn't.
It's like okay, the one time you didn't do it, it happens.
Yeah, it sucks. And he was like, well, we have to get rid of you and this other guy named Jonathan. He was like, you have to make an example of you guys. You guys didn't follow the rule.
Yeah.
Fucking, I feel it. No, it just sucks. He's like, I know I made you guys more money than those fucking iPods are worth. We had the number one. Before me, we didn't. But after me, we had the number one. It was called R-Zone, which is the electronics department. We had the number one R-Zone on the West Coast. Like, motherfuckers, I was a top-notch employee. I have no doubt in my mind.
I need to get closer.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck them. And then I got that job over Dish Network, which was so easy that I knew that they were going to lay us off.
Yeah, I remember you
there's-
telling me that.
There's no fucking way we're going to keep getting paid this much money. We got paid stupid amount of money for that job, too. and all I did was I had 3 times a day where I spent 20 minutes. What do we gotta do? We gotta do more of the cages. 3 days a day we had 20 minutes of like actual heavy work of checking people in. Outside of that, it was just like, oh, I'm just waiting for my next 20 minutes. And I'm playing video games while I wait. It's too good.
What are we doing? Cages or something?
Yeah, I have it right here. I just gotta kill these things that are around it.
I don't have a target.
One job that I've debated about, that probably there's no benefits, and at my age, I'm looking for benefits, so I'll probably go back to the school district once I have to go back to
That's
work.
a good one. Yeah.
But I liked working for Mosaic, which was a company where I was a vendor, and I went around to the different Walmarts teaching them how to play video games. That was a pretty cool job. And there was a position open for Nintendo to do just Nintendo ones, but you'd have to drive to Nevada sometimes. I was like,
Yeah, but it's Nintendo, so.
right. And so you get like the Nintendo gear, and you get you get the Switches and stuff like that all
God.
early. Yeah, it is pretty awesome, and it actually would work really well for the podcast. And because I'm Mosaic, I left on good terms with. The other ones I just stopped calling it back. Mosaic, I left on good terms with. So I get like all kinds of job offers and stuff like that on the emails still. All these years later, so that's kind of a good one. It's definitely a good job for somebody who's like already going to be driving a lot and stuff like
I
that.
need to target them first.
107? Man, we're leveling way too fast. What was your guys' favorite past job?
Let me write on you real quick.
Honestly,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
my job right now
It's
has
your
been so
favorite
much fun. Yeah, like think about it. I'm close with my supervisor because we'll like just bullshit and talk shit about every single person. We'll talk about like dumb shit that would get us fired like right away. Like
I love that the reason you like your job is because you're a catty girl from high school.
yeah, pretty much. We bullshit about like just random shit too. It's fucking awesome. Just all of us, like a lot of us would just be chilling too. Come in the booth. Well, I'm already in the booth, but everybody else will come in just to bullshit with us.
That was fair spawn. Did you, when you worked at Strikes, the bowling alley, were you ever like a mechanic for the actual?
I forgot Daniel did that.
Yeah.
No, they wanted me to. The mechanic, the main dude wanted me to, but I was like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I was like, if they wanted me to be a porter and a mechanic, and I was like, you pay me more money, then yeah, and they said no. So, but I forgot what his name was, but he was so disappointed that I said no.
Yeah.
Because I was the only kid that actually tried.
Yeah, I was watching, cause I follow a engineering Twitter account that just like posts like cool engineering stuff, and they were showing like how the pen setters work, and I never knew how they worked. I'm like, man, that's actually like kind of fucking cool. that is a pretty neat thing. So I thought you had worked on those. I know John, then I think he did.
I worked on a tiny bit. John worked on them all the time, but I mean, like when what's his name wasn't there, yeah, I'd try to fix something that that I could.
Yeah.
Like the belts and shit that popped off, like I would place those, or switches, like it wasn't reading the sensor when the pin set. That I have to like go over there and see if it's fucked up or whatever. It's cool. It was cool. It was a learning experience.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but dealing with like just people just sucks. Me triggering, I would trigger so much.
You trigger so fucking easy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you work with the public. like my job at Toys R Us, one of my favorite parts was telling people they can't return shit. Like it was my joy in life. and you doing that, like I couldn't even imagine you'd kill people.
Yeah.
I've had the cops call on me one time because I wouldn't let somebody return an Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the cops came in and they're like, it's their return policy. And I'm sitting there like, I told you, bro. You could have called the cops all day long. This is a private property, and you can leave now. Oh, I felt so good. And then the best part is when they're like, "Can I talk to your manager?" I'm like, "I am the manager." Oh, it feels so good.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Like, get ready for
like,
a plot twist, motherfucker.
That's awesome.
Oh shit! The small things in life.
Yeah.
Squeaks, what's your favorite past job?
You know what? It was kind of like a love-hate, but I would say GNC.
It's too far away.
Oh yeah.
Only because I got to try so many supplements. I got to learn a
You
lot of new
definitely did.
things. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you did.
I get free supplements from vendors. I'd get close with a specific like supplement brand, and as long as I sold their stuff, and they would hook me up so much, like $300 worth of supplements.
Ooh.
Shit, that's a lot.
I met famous bodybuilders. I met a rapper once. That was kind of cool.
The guy that sang gas pedal, right?
Yeah, that guy. That was cool. I got my own store, brand new store. I was applying for a system manager, and then they ended up getting the manager, and then gave me a brand new store. So I kind of felt like that was my baby.
Yeah.
In Brentwood, which I never knew what Brentwood was until now, and I love Brentwood. It's really cool. Then they moved me to Fairfield in a mall, which was pretty neat. And then yeah, but then it just drove me crazy from driving so far, and then just yeah, I don't know. I was kind of getting a little upset being there after a while. Yeah. But I got to learn a lot of new things that I thought I would never learn before about the body and supplements that take for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. At least you know, being able to meet new people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. The job is too much. It's funny how like retail does that. They make you like feel ownership for a place, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm hella prideful for this one place.
Yeah.
Although it's I don't own the company, you know, but you still feel hella prideful for it
Yeah.
and like all this ownership and shit. And so you do extra work.
I want to go into the Brentwood store one day and be like, hey, I wrote my name on the back of the shelf when
Yeah.
we first put this store together. I was the first manager. Can I just look at it and see what's still there?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ding.
There's this one nice. There's this one YouTuber I really like called he's the Odd Ones Out. He does like his little animated shorts, and he's #1 trending every time he posts a video, but he only posts once a month because they're all animated. But he kind of got famous from doing these things where he talk about Subway, or he calls them Subway to not get sued, and and because he like purposely misspells things because he sucks at spelling, so he purposely always fucks them up so it doesn't look bad. Anyway, so Subway. And he ended up in one of the videos, he talks about going back to just kind of seeing how the old Subway was. And he goes to the back and he sees it like the emergency contact list has his name still on there with his current phone number. And he's like,
God.
this needs to go away. I'm a big YouTuber now. And so he rips it off and shit like that. It was just, I don't know. It was just kind of funny to see like, yeah, we've all done that where we kind of go back to the old workplace like, the good old days when I used to hate being here.
Yeah, seriously.